Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're here for the first time, my name is Sri and this is a channel for productivity and personal development. Today I have come up with a very interesting topic, yet a very elementary topic as well, that is note taking and different methods of note taking. So let's get into it. Note taking is something very basic, but it has got a whole lot of benefits added to it. It improves your focus, it actually increases your ability to comprehend information after long run, and also improves active listening, your learning retention. A good and a very well organized notes is very useful for review, and it is also very helpful at the time of your examinations. So how do we determine what gets into our notes? So it's relatively simple. So if you're taking notes from a textbook, it is completely straightforward because the book is already structured and you know what has to go into your notes. But if you're taking notes in a lecture where a professor is actually lecturing you, it is a bit tricky. So you have to look out for these two things. So the first one is look out for introductions, summaries and conclusions, and the second one is look out for the keywords. So whenever professor is trying to summarize or give an introduction to something or provide a conclusion to something, it's the right time to take the notes. And if the professor is giving you some keywords like the Ohm's law states that, and anything after states that is very important, so that you sharpen your focus and start taking notes of it. There are actually n number of note taking methods, but today in this video we are going to see about 5 techniques or 5 methods which I found to be truly useful. So they are the outline method, the Cornell method, the charting method, the mapping method and the sentence method. So the first one is the outline method. So this is a very structured method because it involves headings, subheadings and bullet points of all the points that you wanted to take down under that specific subheading. This method works well with taking notes from the textbooks. The reason being, as the content inside the textbook is already very much structured, it actually helps this method of note taking. So the second method is the Cornell method. I found this to be very interesting and very useful. This was first founded in 1950s by a professor at Cornell University. It works good for any type of learning, like taking notes in a seminar, taking notes in a classroom, taking notes from the textbook, and any type of note taking. This method is very useful. So this is how it works. So first you have to split the page into 3 sections like this, containing cues, notes and some space for a 2-line summary. So in the cues section, any question that comes to your mind has to be put into the cues section. So this question will be pointing to the notes which is on the right side of it. That brings us to the second section, which is the notes. This is the area that is dedicated to take notes, and this section occupies most of the space in the page. And the section at the bottom is called as the summary section. So it is a space which is dedicated to write a 2-line summary of the notes and condense all the material that is in the notes into a simple, effective answer. I would suggest you to divide your notebook into 3 sections before the start of your class to have it ready for your consumption. It is not important to fill the cue area and the summary area in or before the class. So as soon as you take the notes, you can also go back to your home and fill out the cue area with the correct question that points to the notes, and you can fill out the summary area digesting the entire notes into a 2-line summary. This is a very interesting method and I found this to be truly useful, and I have started using this nowadays. The third method is the mapping method or the spider method. If you're someone who loves the notes to be visually more engaging, so this is the method for you. So in this case, let's consider the 7 continents as our example. So this is how you have to draw the 7 continents and draw the answers for what are the 7 continents around the circle as a legs. So if you look, it looks like a map of itself, or people funnily call it as also a spider method. So the next one is the charting method. It is very similar to a table or a spreadsheet that we use. This method is highly useful for in-class lectures, especially when the professor gives you cues like the pros and cons of this discussion are, or the advantages versus disadvantages of a discussion are. So that's when you have to make a table of 2 columns and write down the advantages and disadvantages. So always look out for professor's cues whenever he says keywords which are used to compare 2 different things, or something which involves a timeline like a class in history or something like that. So the fifth method is the sentence method. This is the method that best works for all the beginners, because in this method you have to take down anything and everything that the professor says. So make a bullet point, and start noting down anything and everything that the professor says in a sequential order so that you can revisit it later. So the problem with this method is this method looks very much like the book materials or the professor's discussion materials. So it kind of reduces our engagement with the notes. But this is very useful, especially when the lecture from the professor is very fast paced. It is easier to store the information in bullet points and also in a sequential manner where it does not give you time to make a charts or a spider diagram or even a kernel map. So these are the 5 methods that I found to be truly useful for note taking, but there is a bonus as well. What I would suggest is the best method to note take is to incorporate all these 5 methods together. I found incorporating all these techniques together to be truly useful. So here it goes. So what I would suggest is start with a kernel method, something like this. So this section is actually the cues, and this is the section where you actually take the real notes. Finally, the section at the bottom is the summary. Let's consider the example of the 7 continents once again. Inside the kernel method, what we are going to do is we are going to incorporate the mapping or the spider method. So now we have incorporated all the 7 continents in using a spider diagram or a mapping diagram. And when the professor starts comparing 2 continents, let's say if he is comparing 2 continents, Asia and Africa, you can actually bring back the charting note-taking method and start taking notes on both the sides. And also you can take structured notes like the headings, subheadings and the points. This way you are actually incorporating all the note-taking methodologies into the kernel method. Also try to use the cues section and the summary section as flashcards. So whenever you have a paper which is designed with a kernel method, you'll have the notes here, you'll have the cues and followed by the summary. What you can do is you can use the cues section to give a question and use the summary section to summarize what are the notes that are in the notes section. In this way, you can use this single sheet of paper as a flashcard. The flashcard actually helps you to actively recall and also implement the spaced repetition learning techniques. In order to know more about flashcards, check out my previous video here on how to learn. The note taking is a skill that gets better over time, and also it provides a detailed and an in-depth knowledge of the notes that you are consuming. It is also best for reviewing your material, especially at the time of your examinations. If the professor shares materials before the class like a PDF or a slides, you can take printout of them and start taking notes on it as well. So out of these 5 methods and also the method which I told you, how to find out the best method that works for you. The best method that works for you is the one that helps you to improve your retention. So start experimenting with them one by one and try to settle down with something hybrid in order to use more than one methods in order to your note taking. I hope you found this to be useful and hope you have a productive day, and peace out.